Your name and yes.
Songita Banerjee. So I started a company called Bloggersmind, which is a digital marketing agency in 2008. So yeah, we work with various brands and assist them in brand building using online as a medium.
Okay. So ma'am, can you give advice, what advice you want to give to NDIM students?
I think advice is something which people mostly give, but I think I'll just share a learning from my own experience. I've been a communication professional, and then I started off my own business. It's one thing to work in a company, it's another thing to start off a company. But my tip would be that there's never a perfect day, and it'll never be perfect. But one should really look at perfecting the art of excelling every day. Every day is a new day. It's very important to make mistakes and learn from them. But when we make a mistake, that's when we learn the most. So I think it's a big learning, and people should have the right attitude. This generation is very talented, well informed, well resourced as well. Because we have the internet as a medium, there is so much information. There's so much of knowledge repository. So my only tip would be that dream big. Anything can happen. You can do anything. So just go all out, and whatever you do, put in your best, more than 110%, and take every day as a new day.
Most of the students wants to be an entrepreneur. So what advice particularly for the entrepreneurs students?
I think it should never start with I'm going to make money or I'm going to make a quick buck. Being an entrepreneur is very difficult because it's a risk. But if one has the right attitude, and if one is really willing to work hard, and of course building one's own business is different from a 9-to-5 job. So the right attitude, dedication, sort of no fear attitude, that's very critical. And should always be forward looking. One should always be planning. One should always be looking at plan A, plan B, and should always plan for failures and then how to come out of failures. So these are some of the things that I would suggest.
And what would you look like, and what qualities you want to have in your companies and our students?
I think the main thing is that people have talent, people have knowledge, but the main thing is attitude.
Okay.
At times I find the attitude to be missing in the current generation, and I find it to be very ironic because I'm not that old, but then in my time, about let's say 10 years back, we were not well resourced, but we never really cared about how much we are getting paid, or do I have a fancy laptop, or do I have a fancy designation. What mattered more was, what is it that I want to deliver, and can I do something which is beyond the expectation. And that was always the attitude. That's the attitude that the current generation needs to build, and that's what I would suggest NDIM as well. I'm sure the students are very bright of this institute, and we've had quite a few of them work with us. And I think we continue to look forward to working with NDIM students. So yeah, I think it's always been a great pleasure.
Okay, ma'am. Any message for encouragement for the students?
I think dream big. Just don't be scared of trying out new things. Never settle, never be comfortable about anything, because the day you are comfortable and the day you think that you perfected it, you stop learning. So that's what I would like to say.
And how would you like to say that? How is this initiative of interviewing this?
No, I think this is a great idea. When you have an event, then it's an opportunity for you to create a lot of content. So definitely ensuring that the guests are interviewed, you get a perspective from them, and then putting it out on digital platforms or getting a blog, etc. That's something that's today's medium, and definitely content creation is a great idea. So kudos to you guys for this. I see this to be very well planned.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And would you like to be associated with our NDIM in future also?
Yeah, definitely. I look forward to probably be associated in many ways, not just sort of look at job opportunities for NDIM in my company, but even probably have deliver guest lectures or do workshops, etc. So definitely that will be a great thing.
Ma'am, as in I'm having an HR and marketing as a combination in my major 1 and major 2. So would you like to give me an advice or something?
Well, I think when people are studying, I mean, your focus is to just study and sort of understand the literature part of it. Try and get some practical experience as well if you can, whether it's, I'm sure that happens.
Yeah.
But it's very important that the knowledge is not theoretical, but it's practical as well. So as much as you can apply your knowledge with, by working with companies, or getting a chance to work with entrepreneurs, today you have a lot of flexibilities. So that is what I would like to suggest to you, because then it will all start making sense. And the earliest that you can plan to build your career, and the earliest that you know what you want to do, which in most cases does not happen initially. People waste about 2 to 3 years figuring out what they want to do, and it is natural as well. But in today's day and age, you get a chance to sort of look around, look at what others have done, and sort of really plan it. So that's what I would advise you. So know what you want to do in your career, look at opportunities to work with people who will enhance your knowledge, and gain as much practical knowledge as you can.